Standing in this room right now, none of these steaks are on the actual paper menu. We've all set up like this. I want you to see the quality in which you're being served. But for reference, these will be custom cut right off the loin at 2 inches, so pretty thick. So each bone-in steak I usually recommend for 2 people. I mean, ultimately, we'll leave it up for you to decide, but after appetizers, with sides, you really don't need that much in the end. They're gonna be big steaks, heavy meal. We have a lot of options. I'll get to it. I'll start with our Myers Black Angus program. This side over here is all based out of Montana. Myers Ranch, all of our prime. So we have big, beautiful ribeyes right in the middle, nice, fatty, flavorful. One of my go-to cuts. Those are going to be 2 1/4 pounds, give or take with it. I would say good for 2. At 138 set price for the whole steak there. You have more tender texture like filet mignon, a little more on the lean side. We have Kansas City strip steaks, New York strips, or big porterhouses. You'll have that same strip on the left side of the bone, nice fat piece of filet mignon on the right side there. Filet mignon, there it is. Right off the loin, we'll start in increments of 10 ounces, just like that. If anyone does want that smaller personal cut for themselves. Just for example, a little 10-ounce piece of filet mignon exactly that size, that is going to be $108. Whereas that porterhouse at a glorious 2 1/2 pounds will be $158. Just saying, get the porterhouse.
Yeah.
After everything is done cooking, they'll slice it beautifully off the bone for you. They'll present that bone on the plate, cut the meat up family style. Nice and easy to serve. As for dry age, same exact ribeye and strip. You do have the option to get both of them 45 days dry aged as well. And they both came out spectacular. If you are a fan of that, they're each gonna have more of that classic nutty aroma. I would say more of an earthy aftertaste. A lot more tender since we pulled that moisture out of the meat and broke down the muscle fibers in those. If you are a dry age fan, however, I do have a 45-day dry aged bourbon soaked ribeye that came out ridiculous. Star of the show type material in my opinion. Just how it's prepared, the master butcher, he's gonna wrap a huge loin of those ribeye in cheesecloth. He's then gonna let it drown in bourbon for 2 days, totally submerged. Then he's gonna take it out and let it dry on one of those racks for another 45. Each week he's pulling that loin back out, spraying it very generously with warm bourbon. That's the glorious aftermath. More of a smoky aftertaste on that. Filet mignon. Aside from that filet mignon, everything else is going to be American Wagyu from Snake River Farm, Idaho. Some of our top tier cuts. We have Wagyu ribeyes that should be there. We just took one away. Porterhouses and strips. Those are all gonna be $125 a pound for those Wagyu cuts. I say skip those. Sitting pretty on this plate, the most flavorful without a doubt. We have skirt steak. Look how beautiful. And spinalis.
That's the best.
They are both Wagyu as well. If you're not familiar with the spinalis, ribeye tomahawk fans, that is going to be the ribeye cab. So if you have ribeye and tomahawk, you have this beautiful outside layer of meat right here beyond that first piece of fat. That's where all of the flavor, fat, and tenderness is on each of those cuts. So we are removing just that beautiful cap off of that Wagyu ribeye. That is the gorgeous aftermath you left it by itself. Just as tender, if not more than a filet mignon, 20 times more flavorful, even better. We'll start in increments of 8 ounces by the half pound. That'll be $118 for 8 ounces, $236 for the full pound. If I had to choose for the rest of my life, breakfast, lunch, and dinner every day, Wagyu skirt steak without a doubt. I tell everyone I love normal skirt steak from whatever. That would turn me into a straight snob. Like that very high fat content. Look how beautiful! That very high fat content renders down so wonderfully with that meat and tenderizes it so much more. When that's done cooking, the chefs will slice it beautifully against the grain for you. It's so tender, you can pretty much tear those pieces of meat like a piece of paper. Was it our first time here for anyone?
You know your stuff.
Which one would be
From a lot of abuse.
Which one would be used for La Fiorentina?
Fiorentina? I mean, everything's going to be cooked salt only on both
No,
sides
but
of
like
the steak.
when you go to Florence, they give you
porterhouse, without a doubt.
Porterhouse, right?
So just how the steak is cooked and prepared, I love letting everyone know just how we do things now. So we actually closed down a little under 2 years ago for renovations. We demolished everything. This was all refrigerated warehouse space in here, all the way up to the exit sign and beyond. All brand new. So in that time we were closed renovating, the owner had a Michelin-starred chef come out from Buenos Aires, Argentina. His name is Calvin. He's our very good friend as well. Changed our whole formula, cooks everything Argentinian style, and an open wood fire flame comes out magnificent. So I don't know if you saw those flames roaring up at the front of the restaurant to the right. That's right where the steak is cooked. And that heat source, we use oak and charcoal. So now we use kosher salt only on both sides of the meat. That's it. Grilled over that open flame, served plain just like that, ideal. So you have nothing masking the flavor of the meat like pepper, rosemary, butter, garlic.
Just the meat,
olive
baby.
oil,
Just the
squeeze,
meat.
lemon, embarrassing. Skip all that. The way it truly should taste. So next step, marinate your thoughts. Discuss it over cocktails. Enjoy each other's company first. Read the menu a little bit. Don't let your server rush you.
He's done this. Love it. Thank you very much, brother. Thank you.
This was a great presentation. Without our customers coming in, we would be irrelevant. So thank you. That's the truth.
Thank you.
Thank you.